Hello, and welcome to another Dokkan battle video. It is Turles time, Thad time, you may say. Anyway, we're going to take a look at Turles here. I was correct in guessing that he would be Fizz. However, I was not correct in guessing the leader skill. I can actually pull up this leader skill here. It's not going to be too difficult. Let's see. It is Space Traveling Warriors and Pure Sands category key 3, HP attack and defense 170, plus an additional attack and defense of 1, plus additional attack and defense 30% for characters who also belong to the Planetary Destruction or low class warrior category. See, that was the main thing that I didn't think that they were going to do, was lean into the more sand focused like version of him. I personally thought that they would have been better off going with the more like movie boss villain kind of thing, and I'm pretty sure what they wanted to do here is just make it so that it's more of like a villain version of Pure Sands, which is like fine, but at the same time I don't think we really needed it. So let's take a look at all the characters that are on the 200% lead here. And we got LR Cooler, we got the early Sand Saga characters. Oh, 23rd World Tournament Goku's on here, Bardock, Dokkan Fest Kid Goku, Godits, Coolers. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think this is genuinely a lot worse than the one that I drafted up, because on the other one, at least you like can make it work with like a bunch of the villain characters, like bad bosses. And this one, it doesn't feel like it has like a real identity. I feel like it really wants you to just use base form Sands, and a lot of them are not that great. You really got Turles, you got this 23rd World Tournament Goku, you got Kid Goku, and that's kind of it. I don't get it personally. I know we are getting a bunch of buffs for this, but I just don't like the design of this team here. It seems incredibly top heavy and very weak at the bottom. Anyway, let's take a look at the rest of what Turles can do. This is actually way too big zoomed in, so I'm just going to actually look at the Goresh one here, and then if needed, we can just make it big. I don't know why it's so big. Hold on, let me try to... Oh, for some reason I was in 170% size. Let's go with this. This works. All right, entrance animation. He has one of those, so that's pretty cool. Super attack raises attack and causes immense damage and recovers 6% HP. Okay, so he just stacks attack infinitely. No defense at all from his super attack effect is kind of lame. Activates the entrance animation during the start of character's first attacking turn once only if there is a Goku family category enemy or an enemy whose name includes Gohan, Kid, and all extreme allies gain key +3 and attack +18% for the rest of battle. So you have to be fighting a Goku category enemy or a Gohan Kid, and then you get 3 key and 18% attack permanently. Very heavy restriction, because a lot of the hard fights in the game right now do not involve Goku family category enemies. I don't think there's a single hard fight in the entire game at the moment that requires you to fight a Goku family enemy. No, well, that's not correct. There is the 6th anniversary battle, as well as the 4th anniversary. The 4th anniversary one isn't hard. The 6th anniversary one can at least hit hard. So that is the only stage in the entire game that is difficult where that is able to be procced. That's kind of lame. But the buff is really strong though. So there is that. Attack and defense 160% at the start of turn. Nice. Gain an additional attack with 60% and perform an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super attack if HP is 50% or higher. Cool, but because he only stacks attack, it doesn't really matter. Gain an additional attack plus 100% when performing a super attack. Again, just more damage here. He's doing a lot of damage so far. Gain key +2, 5% damage reduction, and defense +40% with each super attack performed up to a max of 8 key. Damage reduction +20% and defense +160%. Now we're getting into some things that are interesting here. It wants you to do 4 super attacks in 1 turn. Attacks of enemies all times and perform an additional attack that has a high chance to become a super attack starting from the turn where this character performs this. Oh, that's not good. So the only time where you're able to actually get this, right, is you're lucky enough to get 3 super attacks twice back to back. And then on turn 5, then you'll be able to have super effective against all types and the ability to have a 4th super attack. Now, I don't know if this can proc mid-turn. So if it does, like on turn 3, if you were lucky enough to get those triple supers both times, it may or may not proc his another chance to do an additional super attack. The thing, luckily for him, it is guaranteed additional, but has a chance to be a super attack. It's 50%, so it is going to be completely chance based. I am not a big fan of that kind of mechanic, like where it's just you need to be doing super attacks, and they only have like a 50% chance to be doing the super attacks, i.e. Cooler, Ultimate Gohan, that kind of thing. They're fun. I mean, they're funny damage number, right? But at the same time, it gets kind of iffy, especially if you're not hitting them. Like if you're unlucky, you're gonna feel like this guy is terrible, and it's gonna happen a lot. The 20% damage reduction is cool, but he can only get that minimum if it procs mid-turn, turn 3. Granted that you get perfect RNG. If you get a single turn where he does 1 super attack, you're delayed by another 2 turns. That's how bad this is of a mechanic. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but he does get a significant amount of defense from that. And it's like literally the only other defense that he gets is that 40% plus damage reduction. I don't get the key part. Unless this is like permanent. Is it permanent? I think it might actually just be permanent. Yeah, you just get the defense. Yeah, this is permanent. And the 8 key thing is still weird though, because if you popped his intro, he's starting to turn off with 9 key anyway. What do you need the additional 8 key for? Yeah, this is definitely permanent. I still don't like this because again, you're delaying it a lot, especially if you don't get the full thing. Like if you get 1 turn of a super attack. Oh, okay, cool. Now you have 5% damage reduction and 20% 40% defense. Whippy. Then you need to hope that you get 3 super attacks on the next turn to get your full passive buff. It's kind of weird. Let's see his active skill here. Able to be used once 3 turns have elapsed from the start of battle and there's an enemy belonging to the Goku family category, or there's an enemy whose name includes Gohan Kid, or once 6 turns have elapsed from the start of battle. Thankfully, they allow us to actually do it against a non-Goku family enemy. Greatly raises attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage. It's going to hit really, really hard because he is stacking his attack and he's doing a bunch of super attacks. So this is going to hit hard, at least. Link's Sand Warrior Race, Big Bad Bosses, Stage for Conquest, Brutal Beatdown, Prepare for Battle, Destroy the Universe, Fierce Battle. Very good links. Speech Traveling Warriors, Pure Sands, Planetary Destruction, Locust Worm. So yeah, just the same Turles stuff. He seems strong. I'm just not a fan of the fact that he is explicitly relying on hitting as many super attacks as possible as early as possible for this to pop. And then this second part of his passive down here is only going to proc after you like triple super twice, and it's kind of gross considering if this buff up here is permanent, like the 40% defense and the 5% damage reduction per super attack. If that's permanent, which I'm pretty sure it is, what is the point of this? Just another attack stack and super effective against all types? I don't really get it. Like if his super attack was giving him defense at all, I feel like this would be a little bit more impactful, but the fact that it's literally just getting you another attack stat for his active skill is kind of weird. We do also have 2 banner units, Days and Cacao, which this is, I believe, the weird like tentacle monster, and then the dude. Space Traveling Warriors category, key +3, HP attack defense 130, it doesn't really matter. Crusher Invasion raises attack by 1 turn, causes supreme damage with a high chance to stun. No defense on the super attack again. Very, very lame. Crusher Scheme, key +2 and attack and defense 150% at the start of turn. Good. Performs an additional attack that has a high chance. Why are we zoomed in again? Oh wow, this is small. There's a high chance to become a super attack. Doesn't matter, their super attack effect sucks. Gain an additional 10% chance to perform a critical hit and evade enemies' attacks for each Space Traveling Warrior category ally attacking in the same turn other than this character. So you get 20% chance to dodge and 20% crit if you have a full Space Traveling Warrior rotate, and that's lame. Gain an additional attack plus 150% and a medium chance to perform a critical hit and a medium chance to to evade enemy attacks as the second or third attacker on the turn. That's 30%. So if you're on a rotation and you have 2 Space Traveling Warrior allies, they have a 50% chance to dodge as the second or third attacker on the turn. Yeah, it's okay. Gain an additional attack and defense plus 30% with each super attack performed, max of 150%. Listen, again, they want you to be super attacking multiple times, and you're not gonna be able to do that. I don't know, man. Full dodge, by the way. I mean, you can definitely go additional on this. They're gonna want you to get those additionals to get their attack and defense up. I would have liked this to be attacks performed, because they're definitely not going to be getting the super attacks that often. Also, why not just give them 30% defense on their super attack effect? I don't understand. I know that they get an absolutely insane amount of defense on their links, but like, come on. Let's see. This is Almond and Raisin. This is the red guy and the ball sack guys. Planetary Destruction sub lead. Okay. Crusher and oh, it's the same name. Raises defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage with a high chance to seal. Already better. Crusher Tactics, again, same thing. Attacking defense 150% at the start of the turn. Nice. Planetary Destruction category allies keep +1, attacking defense 30%. And if those allies also belong to the Space Traveling Warrior category, they receive an additional 20% defense and 10% chance to perform a critical hit. That's good. This is really good. They're giving Turles 1 key, 30% attack, 50% defense, and a 10% chance to crit. That's nice. Oh, wait, hold up. Guard activated against all attacks and reduces damage by 20% as the first attacker in a turn. That's fine. Yeah, I'm not upset with that. That's conditional guard, but you get it. If you put them in slot 1, they have guard and a little bit of damage reduction. That's fine. Gain an additional attack plus 50% and perform an additional super attack as the second or third attacker in a turn. Doesn't matter. Gain an additional attack and defense plus 30% each time guard is activated. So they're very similar to Rikumen Guldo. That's, I think, the idea that they were going for is this character is going to be similar to Rikumen Guldo, and this character is going to be similar to Birder and Jace, except Birder and Jace have that unconditional dodge, and these guys don't. Birder and Jace's condition is that if there was a Ginyu, then they give a higher support buff. These guys do not support, and they just have a conditional dodge chance, which I like significantly less because it limits your team building. I don't feel like I would ever want to run this character when I could just run Almond and Raisin, who are a support for Turles that are linking up, giving him Destroyer of their Units, Brutal Beatdown, Thirst for Conquest, Fierce Battle, like, and having guard, damage reduction, and they're getting a bunch of stats here. They're raising their defense, they're sealing. I feel like this unit is significantly better than Daze and Cacao here. I don't like Daze and Cacao at all, because like look at this 200% lead. There's not enough Space Traveling Warriors that are good enough in here that you're going to be able to get that active, unless you're telling me that you're going to be running Raditz, Bardock, Tora. Like, no, you're not. If you're going to run Turles' team, you're probably going to end up running 23rd World Tournament Goku on a rotation with Kid Goku, which would mean this guy's floating because, of course, this guy wants to be in slot 1 for the damage reduction, and they would not get that additional 20% chance to dodge. They don't have the stats in order to actually tank defense, like normals, because they're not getting any defense in their super attack effect, and they're only going to be sitting here with 30% chance to dodge and probably dying. Whereas this character, you slap him in slot 1 next to Turles, and you're perfectly fine. These units are weird. I don't like Daze and Cacao. I think they are not good. Well, I can't say they're not good because they're probably fine. I just don't like the conditional dodge chance. I feel like that's stupid. And this unit is pretty good, actually. Like, they're supporting their damage reduction, guarding, you know, all the good stuff. Turles himself, I think, is strong. I'm just not. I'm very confused by Turles. I don't know what they were really going for here. Again, only having one of the 3 units getting defense on super attack, and it's this red guy and ballsack guy, is kind of weird to me. Anyway, let me know what you guys feel about like all these Turles celebration characters. We do have a couple other things in the news. Mainly Dr. WHEELO is getting a prime battle, as well as where is it? There's another Turles that's awakening. Oh yeah, this guy. This guy is getting an awakening alongside a Dragon Ball story update. I would pull that up, but no, hold on. Let me actually. Can I pull this up real quick? It's just a bunch of like random events that are getting updated. It's like the old school Turles event where you farmed up like the fruit of the tree of might. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. There we go. Here we are. Yeah, so it's that STR Turles. He's getting a double awakening, and then we're getting a support memory from the Turles movie. So pretty cool. And then of course the Dr. WHEELO. LR Dr. WHEELO before LR Kid Buu was kind of hilarious, to be honest. I don't really know how to feel about the celebration. You guys let me know about how you feel about it in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. This is all kind of weird to me.